All right, welcome in to the Friday edition of the Rundown here on the Rob and Kale Show channel, the Carolina Jackpot channel, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate you guys for checking us out as always. Um, I don't know what exactly we're going to talk about today, but I'm sure we'll figure out something. There always seems to be something going on, right? Yeah, Randall with the big headline there. Jackson Dart may be out for the season. I mean, that's a pretty damn big headline. And if you look at it from the perspective of how does that impact Ole Miss this season? Wow. So let's see here. I don't know if I have anything. Let's see. You just Googled it. I don't have anything. I don't have anything yet. So I don't know what exactly Randall's talking about. But hey, if I know South Carolina started their first practice today, but if something happens like that, I mean that could completely throw your season to the shitter in a matter of seconds. I mean, all of your games will eventually be the Kale Hall shitter. This is an Ole Miss team that is expected to make the college football playoff. So with that, let's look at, according to ourlads.com, your quarterbacks. Let's see where you are here. Jackson Dart, Howard Walker is their projected backup, a redshirt sophomore, and then Austin Simmons, a redshirt freshman, and then AJ Maddox, another freshman. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by what Randall said. If that happens, that completely throws Ole Miss into a tizzy, into an absolute tizzy. We'll have to see how that works out. I don't know. I don't have any confirmation on that. Normally, I would get something from my friend that covers the team down there in the Grove, but I got nothing yet. So, with that, this is the part of the season now when everybody's back to practicing and everything else. We've gone from, all right, these guys have been out. Let's hope no one gets arrested. Let's hope everybody does what they're supposed to do as far as academics. Let's hope everybody has a nice, peaceful, calm summer. Let's hope that guys go out and lift weights and run and do what the hell they're supposed to do, showing up for their summer routes and all that. Okay. But now it's at the point where, all right, we want these guys to grind really fucking hard. We want them to be able to make tackles in week one. But for the love of God, do not get hurt now. You cannot go out and get hurt now. That just screws everything. I imagine there are some coaches that will lose their gizzards over if you touch their quarterbacks right now. That's not happening. So I don't know if there's just going by what Randall said. If something happened to Jackson Dart, hopefully he's able to recover. You don't want to see any of these kids get hurt and their careers thrown down the sidelines or whatever. Nobody wants to see that shit. But on the other hand, you got to pick up and move on. And with that, we'll see what's happening with. I'm looking here. Yeah, Message Boards Geniuses says multiple inside sources tell us that Jackson Dart has torn his ACL. Oof. Wow. I wonder if it happened just today or what's going on. Let's see here. I mean, all the fan sites are reporting it. And I don't know how true that is. But yeah, that's crazy. Crazy right now. If that actually happened. So we'll see. Let me text somebody really quick here, and he'll let me know what's going on there. Sorry about that. Give me a second here. I hate to have to work on the fly like this, but if I can do that, that would be awesome. All right. So I just text someone about that. And one of my friends that works for um works covering Ole Miss and Auburn. We'll see if he'll text me back and go from there. Tom says, Rob, you think Clemson will have a great year? Uh, I mean, define great year. And what I mean by that is that do I think Clemson's going to be one of the best teams in the ACC? Absolutely. Do I think that Clemson's going to be one of the best teams nationally? This team smells like a top 15 team to me. Just I just feel like they have 10-2 written on them, and on the outside of the playoffs looking in. It's kind of where I feel about it. Um, Now that could change too. You know, I don't think they have the horses right now to play with Georgia. I think that it's better they're playing them in game one because I think defenses have a better opportunity to kind of bow up a little bit in week one compared to the offense. None of the offenses are clicking in week one. You know, that's one of those things that, it just doesn't, sometimes it takes a bit. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, I think Georgia will have a little bit too much. They'll be able to control the clock, and I expect like a 19-7 win, something like that, 16-7, something like that. You know, sort of like the first game they had in Charlotte. What was it, 2 years ago, where there wasn't an offensive touchdown scored. You know, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. There's so many questions about Clemson too. A lot of it hinges on how will how will Cade Klubnik do this year? Because he's had that extra year. He's a seasoned quarterback now. He knows what it's like to go in front of people. You know, yeah. Excuse me. So I'm battling a summer cold here. Hold on anyway. So with that, yeah, they could have a good season. They really could. Could the wheels fall off? Yes. If they turn the ball over like they did last year, they could go 7-5 and not even flex. Seriously. They could be a 7-5 football team. Losing a lot of games, you know, 13-10, stuff like that. Or be where the defense has held their own, given up field goals, and teams beat them 18-7, whatever. I don't have a lot of confidence in that offense. I think the offensive line is okay. I think that guys like Tristan Lee and stuff like they're good guys, they're good players that everybody wanted them. Phil Maffa is a great running back. Phil Maffa has trouble holding on to the ball. And the idea of that two-headed monster is kind of not there right now. They may have somebody else come in and get some snaps, but is that really? Last year it was a double barreled thing here. Maffa on one side, Will Shipley on the other. Shipley would go and run around and do his thing. Yeah, something you had to game plan for. This year, not so much. And then depending on all these freshman wide receivers, Toby Brown might be good. Williamson might be good, or Williams. We'll see, man. It's there's just so many things to think about there. All right, so I'm going to give you guys the link if you want to join the show. I think that well, I'm kind of getting. I'm going to start on the next Rob and Kale show. We may do some predictions or whatever because we are not that far off. Not that far off at all. So, what's up, Sonny? Good to see you. Tom, Daniel, Jay, Randall, all you guys showing up to check out the program today. I appreciate it as always. So, with that, if you want to join the show, have at it. Someone asked me about Colorado the other day, or was it last night? And I think we've kind of talked that to death. But in the end, I don't think Colorado is going to be very good either. I think they're going to be about a 4 or 5 win team. They've got so many things that are hinging on what that offensive line can do. They've been the shits. I don't think they're going to be very good. I don't think Florida's going to be very good. I don't think Florida State's going to be very good. I think there's too many things that are out there in the mix that I don't trust their quarterback, Uiagalelei. Now, what happens now is he may go down there and turn into damn, I don't know, Jameis Winston without the raping. He may be that guy and just throw darts and do what he's supposed to do. But he's proven to be mediocre at best. You know, Clemson fans remember him going into Notre Dame the COVID year and throwing for the most yards ever thrown in Notre Dame Stadium by a visiting quarterback. That's what that guy did. And then ended up being like, hot dog water. And Coach Sweeney wanted to defend him, but, it's like, kind of hard when you really stop and think about it to just be like, all right, this is going to be the guy and he's going to do his thing. And Dabo Sweeney's saying things about him, like this. Let's see if it'll work here. Yeah, still got it. Well, for some reason, my soundboard's not working today. I don't know why. We'll have to check that out. Anyway, let me, there we go. That should make it work. See if that does the trick. And
this dude's a freak.
Yeah.
This dude's a freak. He's got milk bone underwear on, and they're chomping at him everywhere he goes.
Yeah, that's the things Dabo Sweeney was saying.
He's some slapdick from East Aboga,
Right.
community college.
Yeah, everybody remember those comments? So, Baylor man says Baylor won't be down bad like about everyone is predicting. Over 5.5 win total easily. Yeah. Well, see, when you have a coach that has an actual plan, okay, and has a system that they run, all right, it's really hard for them to fall completely off the shitter every year, because if you have a foundation and you know what you're going to do, and what I mean by that is that as a, let's use an example. We could use Clemson as an example. They're going to try to run a fast-paced offense, and defensively, they're going to blitz you. They're going to put their corners on islands and expect them to make plays. That's what Clemson does every year. Okay? When you don't have that kind of, hey, this is what we are, that's when when things could fall apart. So there's that. Hopefully that didn't, the stuff with Jackson Dart, man, it's looking more and more like it's probably into the mess here. You never like to hear about a young man tearing his ACL, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Let's see here. Wow. All right. If you guys want to join the show, have at it. I'm going to give you the link here again. Wow, what a mess. Oh, yeah. I can talk about that for a second. Randall's saying he's sick of hearing about Texas. This isn't the Big Ten. Beat LSU and Baton Rouge before you start bumping your gums. Yeah, here's a thought. The idea that you're just going to walk in and just, they're going to, people talking about them, making the college football playoff this year, there's going to be a level of adjustment there. The Texas schedule, let's pull it up really quick here. Let's see what we got here. The Texas schedule is not easy. I know they've got Oklahoma. That game's always tough for them. But let's look at the rest of the schedule. Their schedule is all right. So the first game, they come running out of the uterus down there in Austin against Colorado State. They go to Michigan. Now, Michigan's a completely different team than last year. They really are. They come back to the uterus to play UTSA, followed by Louisiana Monroe. And then they've got their first SEC game is at home against Mississippi State. They will travel to the Cotton Bowl to play Oklahoma. And then the next week, they welcome in Georgia. So back to back, they get a week off before the Cotton Bowl game against Oklahoma. And then they play Oklahoma, Georgia, go on the road to Vanderbilt, followed by another home game with Florida. They go on the road to Arkansas. They play they play Kentucky at home, and then they play at Texas A&M. So yeah, not very good. That's not how that looks. So anyway, I'm not feeling the way their schedule looks anyway. I'm just not. I think that the idea they're just going to walk in and do their thing is kind of far fetched. All right. Well, we have a short show today. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back at it on Sunday evening. Make sure you join the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge, and I'll talk to you guys later on.